Canoga Park for the Pinoy Ballers Association. Opening game between the Van Nuys Vipers and Porter Ranch Suns. Our score right now, Porter Ranch Suns up against Van Nuys Vipers. Paul Applehouse will be manning the point guard duties. Decides to take it. Comes up empty. On the run. Transition offense. Corner. Decides to slow it down. Van Nuys Vipers. Corner. Too strong. And foul will be slapped against. Offensive foul will be called. Chance for the Porter Ranch Suns to increase the lead. Big Dolly blocked. And it will remain the Porter Ranch Suns. Well, that was a good read from Mark Manuel inside the paint. Wide open from the left side. And James Mercano drains it. Well, JC Mercano. James Mercano. Oh, that's JC Ovenson. Okay, JC Ovenson, number 6. At the middle. Santos attacking. Corner 3. Lets it fly. Ovenson. 3-on-1 situation. Ovenson again. Back-to-back hits for JC Ovenson. Well, the transition offense has been the main weapon so far of the Porter Ranch Suns. Van Nuys Vipers, they need to find some answers here. At the middle, quick passing, turns around, and he will draw a foul against JC Ovenson. Kurt Bacosa will go to the line and will shoot 2. And he makes the first basket. One more shot for Kurt Bacosa on the line. And while he is at the free throw, this is the best time for us to promote our YouTube page, Pinoy Ballers Association, or Pinoy Ballers SFV, as he makes that basket for Kurt Bacosa, completing his free throws. Well, that was an aggressive attack by Bacosa, no? Galingan sees the double team, decides to take it closer with the floater, and they tap it. Ovenson, and it will stay with the Suns. Well, this is the first game. Now you need to set the tone here. Big Dolly finds a way to escape corner. Galingan stuck in traffic. Laos will reset the play. Half court set. Big Dolly decides to take it 1-on-1. And at the middle, slashing through the lane. Well, that was a good shot from Big Dolly. No, however, the defense prevailed on that particular possession. And inside the lane, Ovenson taking the board. Another open court. Galingan penetrating, puts it back. Still on the second serving. And ball will go. And the Suns will call a timeout, or game will continue. Baseline throw. Almost tapped away. Lets it fly and comes up short. Bacosa will not. It will be counted. Let's wait for the committee. Is it counted? Okay, Bacosa makes that Hail Mary. And that was a good exclamation point. We'll be right back after the first half.
Yeah, we'll be copyright if we're posting this on YouTube. We need more subscribers.
Kapit lang ako, kapit, para mas makita ko mabuti. Pwede na yan, pwede na yan. Back to the action. This is the second half action between the Port Orange Suns against the Van Nuys Vipers. We are live here in Los Angeles, California for the opening night of your Pinoy Ballers All Valley Cup. I'm your host, the one and only Ludwig Van, Magic Man. You know who I am. And Port Orange up by 12. And let's see what kind of adjustments Van Nuys Vipers will do as James Mercano draws first blood in the opening minutes of the second half. Well, for Porto Nations, they continue to be aggressive here. Let's see, Capitano, can he bring that intensity? And Capitano launches from beyond the arc. Well, he can bring that energy for his team, no? In the previous conference, he was able to be their spark plug. So let's see, can he be the inspiration for them? Ovenson, air ball, but he will draw a foul against Mark Manuel. Will be called for the foul. Well, that was a bailout call here, and JC Ovenson with a good attempt. Baseline throw, man on man defense. Big Dolly kicks it out. Pump fake. De La Hoya from the top of the key at the post. Big Dolly kicks it out, and they will reset the half court. Big Dolly launches from deep, and Ovenson again. Offensive rebounding and gets the shooter's bounce from JC Ovenson. And JC Ovenson continues the demolition job here for the Porter Ranch Suns as they're up 45 to 34 or 47 to 34. It's kind of there's some latency right here. 47 to 34 and Ovenson again lording over the paint here. 3-on-2 situation. Ovenson taking matters into his own hands as JC Ovenson uses the glass, overpowering them in the paint. 49 to 34, a 15-point lead for the Suns. Bacosa stuck in traffic. Bacosa chasing it down, and he will not save it. Porter Ranch will gain the possession. Gutierrez checks back in the ball game. Big Dolly serving the floor. Mercano too strong, and Gutierrez making his impact here in the second half. Let's see if he can be a difference. Bacosa uses the screen against De La Hoya. Bacosa with the fadeaway, and Bacosa will miss, but the rebound for Vert Salvador. Well, that was an aggressive move from Vert Salvador, and they needed it. They're down by a huge margin here. De La Hoya at the middle, and foul will be called against Vert Salvador, wearing jersey number 77. If you're wondering, Van Nuys Vipers wearing the white jersey and Porter Ranch Suns wearing the black jersey. JC Ovenson at the post against the double team, and JC Ovenson bulldozes his way in the interior. Well, they gotta do something about him. Double team him or make it more difficult. Take away the comfort zone. Vert Salvador hits front rim again. JC Ovenson inside out. De La Hoya left wide open, and De La Hoya gets the shooter's bounce in and out as Porter Ranch Suns gaining a bit of momentum here in the early goings of the third quarter. Capitano being harassed. Gutierrez, no go. Mercano, Big Dolly all alone, and he will go with the flush. And Van Nuys Vipers will call it timeout here as the Suns are gaining the momentum. We'll be right back after this timeout. Maano tayo, baka hindi ba tayo maano yan? Hindi ba tayo copyright? Hindi tayo copyright kasi pag naka-YouTube, maka-copyright tayo eh. Oo, kaya hindi ako nagpe-play ng music pagka ano. Maka-copyright. Oo, maka-copyright yan. Back to the action after the timeout. 55 to 36 in favor of the Suns. A 19-point lead being enjoyed by the guys in black. And they will try to navigate their options. And it was stolen away completely. Here comes Big Dolly. No fear on that jumper. And taking care of the board is Tolentino. Tolentino again fighting for that loose ball, and it will go. It will remain with the Vipers. Santos on the move, using his wave and length. Apparently, foul on Capitano. In the ball game is Mark Miranda. Paul Laus will be manning the point guard duties here as he will explore his options. Kicks it out from the corner pocket. Offline. Here comes Bacosa. One-on-one against Big Dolly, and he will go in the air as he takes off with that flight. Kurt Bacosa, amazing move, and no fear against Big Dolly. And that one is slowly but surely. Can they make a comeback here? Mercano, pump fake, takes it closer, sidesteps, drop pass, and it will go to the Van Nuys Vipers. A chance for them to slowly trim away the lead. Santos lets it fly, and he will drain it for Kurt Bacosa, leading his team as they're trying to climb back the mountain here in the third quarter. Big Dolly challenging the defense, gets the board, kicks it out from the elbow, too strong. Battle for the loose ball. It will go to the Vipers as the Vipers will try to make a 6-0 run here as Ovenson will be sent back in for safety reasons. Well, that is still the puzzle that they need to solve here for the Vipers because Ovenson has been a big of a headache, literally, for the guys in white. Steps back. Laos doing a terrific job on the defensive end as he was able to bother him, but Bacosa again puts it up for Bacosa as he knocks down another 3-point basket. Laos coast to coast, and he will be called for the traveling. Our official score is 44 to 55. It's just an 11-point lead. They can cut this down to just single digits. Well, Kurt Bacosa on the other end has been trying to inspire his team. They will launch it. They tap it away. Corner. They got the offensive board. Santos will try to use the half-court set. Pump fake with the spin move. Ovenson stops it. And the big guys of the Suns stopping that play. And Ovenson stops the bleeding for the turnaround. JC Ovenson after that 9-0 run made by the Vipers led by Bacosa. Let's see Bacosa being picked up here high in the half court. Manuel Santos from deep and battle for the loose ball. They got the offensive board against the double team. Bacosa stuck in traffic. Again Bacosa with a hand on his face. And again, Ovenson making the difference here. Well, ever since he entered, no, they were able to score. Galingan, everything but the shot as they scramble for the loose ball. It will stay with the Suns. Well, for Bacosa, now, he needs his supporting cast to pick up here, to pick up the slack, because he's the only one leading his team so far. Let's see, transition offense, and that will be a turnover. 57 to 44 is our score. Back to the ball game is Vert Salvador. Big Dolly wearing jersey number 99, and that was a good read now from the Vipers. Bacosa again will challenge Poe, but Salvador comes up short. Standing his ground is Prince Poe. Crossover, being bothered by the defense, rises up, and Santos secures the board. And on the run, fast break transition, pump fake, and Tolentino, Galingan, Elijah decides to pull the trigger, and Galingan, bang! And again, the Suns with a comfortable lead. Tolentino adjusting in midair, and he will get the end one for Robert Tolentino. That's Robert Tolentino, right? Robert Tolentino on the line. They call him the Doc. Remember, this is running time, even at the free throw. Huh? Valentino, Big Dolly snatches the ball, and foul will be called. But they were able to hit a buzzer beater a while ago, no? And at the end of third, it's still the fight, or rather the Suns up 60 to 46. We'll be right back at the start of the fourth quarter. Kahit naman lumapit ako doon, okay lang, no? Dahil ano eh. Hindi, ito pa lang ano, magiging problema ko. Hindi, kaya kong ilapit ng konti kasi hindi ko makita yung official score eh. Ayan. May nakaharang na bag eh. Para makita ko yung score, bro.
Gusto mo, dito ka naman nun, ng score.
Paano? Sige, iharap mo lang kaya sa akin para makita ko yung score. Kasi hindi naglalag kasi pag sa dito eh, naglalag eh.
Hindi, sa konto eh. Live yun.
Ay, sa live. Ito dito live.
Oh.
Okay, are we back? We start the fourth and final quarter here as the Suns are up with a comfortable 60 to 46 lead, led by Ovenson in the paint. Well, this is a head-to-head matchup here between Ovenson and Bacosa. So let's see if they can make a run here. Capitano decides to take it by himself. Rebound collected by Laos. Paul Apple Laos. Apple. From the elbow. Too strong. And all alone is Capitano. Mikey Capitano banks it in, cutting the lead down to 12, 60 to 48. Well, this is still anybody's ball game at this point. Oh. For the Suns, they cannot take this easy because they have a run and gun offense led by Bacosa and Capitano, who can be their supporting cast here. Galingan. One-on-one single coverage, corner. Zapanta and Zapanta with the haymaker from the corner. Well, just about for the Vipers to make a run. Zapanta fires them from the corner. Salvador. Dribble drive. Zapanta taking care of business. De La Hoya. Adrian. Galingan with a hand on his face. Well, that was a good challenge from Bacosa, no? 2-on-1 situation. Bacosa from the top of the key. Too strong. Apple takes care of the board. De La Hoya. Corner. Zapanta left wide open. Zapanta. Bang for Zapanta. Back to back hits for Nonoy Zapanta. Well, you don't let that guy make that basket. Now he can make those 3-point shots. Well, at least challenge him or make it difficult for him. Kurt or Salvador will try to answer back. Bacosa steps back. And Bacosa again. Even though with Adrian De La Hoya challenging him, he was still able to make it. Well, it's still a 15-point lead, 66 to 51 in favor of the Suns. Well, this is opening night of your All Valley Cup here in Los Angeles, California for the Pinoy Ballers. Almost tapped away. Bacosa will go all the way to the hole and he will deliver the goods for Kurt Bacosa. Well, Kurt Bacosa, he's the only silver lining here for Van Nuys Vipers. Can he inspire his team? 2-on-1 situation. Bacosa with some sense of urgency. Too strong. And De La Hoya coming from behind. Well, that was a good safety defense. Well, at least Laos is there to stop the play. And De La Hoya coming from behind. And De La Hoya offline on that time. 66 to 53 with 13-point lead. Well, if they make a basket here, they can maybe stop the play. And slowly but surely, Bacosa adjusting in mid-air with some artistry with the finesse from Kurt Bacosa, cutting the lead down to 11. They're still not out of the woods here. 66-55. The Suns need to make some basket here. Well, their last point was from Nonoy Zapanta. No? Let's see if he can make a basket again. Galingan able to escape the clutches of the defense. Hits front rim but gets his own miss. Steps back. And again, here comes the run and gun offense of the Vipers. Bacosa and Bacosa all net cutting down the lead. 58 to 66. It's just an 8-point lead. And the Suns will call a timeout as the Vipers are knocking down their shots behind the leadership of Kurt Bacosa. We'll be right back after this timeout. Okay naman yung audio, bro. Okay naman yung audio. Oh, careful, careful. This is the continuing coverage of your Pinoy Ballers Association All Valley Cup opening night. Big Dolly sees himself wide open, and Big Dolly will capitalize as he exploits the defense, who wasn't ready at that point. Well, they were caught napping there, no, and they were able to exploit it. Santos, season opening, corner, will try to find his options, but the defense tightly guarding him. Bacosa with the hesitations, and it comes up short. Here comes the counter attack. Big Dolly, Arian, and Ovenson. Second serving for JC Ovenson. As JC Ovenson just bullying his way in the paint. Tolentino, no go. And here comes the run and gun offense. Prince Poe against Santos. Decides to pull back, waits for his teammates. Adrian De La Hoya fades away. Too strong. Bacosa will get fouled as James Mercano commits that foul. They're still not yet in the penalty. 70 to 58 is our score. 12-point lead being enjoyed by the Suns. Bacosa with the fake. Bacosa, it bounces off. Gets his own miss. Bacosa decides to penetrate the lane, and Bacosa again just doing everything for his team, cutting down the lead to 10, 70 to 60, still in favor of the Suns. 31 points for Bacosa. Well, Kurt Bacosa, he needs his supporting cast to step up here. No, they're using the clock on their side.
Remember, no shot clock.
Arian Bigdoli with the runner, and Arian Bigdoli punishing the defense at the middle. Well, the defense wasn't able to react on that Bigdoli shot. Tolentino pulls up, and Tolentino book it as he punches it in back to a 10-point lead. Well, for the Vipers, now they cannot just trade punches here. They are down by 10. They need some sense of urgency. Ovenson put back. Offensive rebounding has been the key here for the Suns. Tolentino, they have numbers. Capitano with a jump hook. Bigdoli on the run. Well, Bigdoli, his 4 straight points, and blocking foul will be called on RM Santos.
RM 3 foul.
3 fouls on RM Santos as another chance to crack at the basket for the Suns. Well, they have no answers here for Ovenson and Bigdoli, no? Thought about it. Prince Paul, wide open. He misses, and it will go to the Vipers. Can they cut down the lead here? Time is not on their side, but let's see. Bacosa almost losing the handle. Decides to pull back. Thought about it. Salvador decides to take it. Bacosa recovers. Still nothing going on here for the Vipers, and he commits a foul for Manuel.
No shot clock. 1 minute. 1 minute shot clock.
Full court pressure being applied here by the Vipers with a cut, with the flyby, and Adrian De La Hoya puts on the dagger. And now they're up by 12, 74 to 62. Tolentino all board, but Bacosa not giving up easily here. Well, you gotta admire Bacosa here, no? Trying to carry the load for his team, but the supporting cast, well, they have been absent here so far. Vipers will call a timeout here as they are down by 10, 74 to 64. Game reset, 1 timeout each for the Vipers and the Suns. We'll be right back after this timeout. Ano next game ba? Bulldogs. Oh, Granada Hills Bulldogs. Tsaka at the free throw line is Arian Bigdoli. And 1-for-1, he makes the basket, and he will be given another shot here. Yeah. Arian Bigdoli makes another basket as he completes both free throws. Santos, no fear on that attack as Santos and Mercado.
One more.
Vipers still have 1 timeout left.
Okay, 0 fouls white and 0 timeout white.
Mercado will shoot a free throw here. If he makes it, And he will be given another chance. And while he is at the line, this is the best time for us to promote our YouTube page if you're watching. And, and the Vipers will call a timeout here. No more timeouts for the Vipers. Salvador. Two-man game. Crossover, dancing around his opponent. And foul will be called against De La Hoya. And time will keep on running here as... And that's the end of the ball game. The Suns winning by a 10-point lead against the Vipers, 76-66. That ends our first game as the Suns. JC Ovenson will be our player of the game. And tapos na ba? Tapos na yung coverage?
Back room is downstairs, right?
Ano next game?
That's gonna be next game is Granda Hills versus West Hills Lakers.
Kayo yung Lakers, no?
Ha?
Kayo yung Lakers.
Bakit? Ano naman ang ginawa ng Lakers?
Kayo yung Lakers, no? Kayo ba?
Oh, kami. Oh, akala ko sino nasabing Lakers.
Si Bumps ba? Anong ni Bumps?
Lakers yun. Lakers pero wala.
Hindi kaya, pero anong last name niya?
Bilyones.
Bilyones.
Sama. Isig ka lang ha.
Granada Hills Black.
Ha?
Granada Hills Black.
Think, yeah.
Condi is banal, di ba?
Oh,
You know, si Idol, oh. Ha? Pang malakasan tong Thursday. Sa Sunday lang ako eh. Pang light game. Sunday. Kaya nga nakilala si Jun. Naglalaro ko Sunday. Pero parang fast paced. Oo. Masyadong fast. Parang malakasan tong ano nyo. Malakas ng team nyo, ha. Pero malakas din yung kanina, no? Sila Benson. Last season, saan siyang team? Hindi siya sumali. Pwede bang ilapit yung table? Idol, oh. Idol Jeff, eh. Ba't di ka masyadong naglaro, pre? Ikaw inaasahan ko, eh. Nag-cramps. Wala tuloy katulong si Bacosa. Pero, tsaka wala tuloy sa ilalim pambantay kay kay Benson. Lapit ako sa iyo, paring Jeff, para makita ko yung score. Hindi ko nakikita yung score, eh, tsaka yung oras eh. Kaya hindi ko ma-announce eh. Jun, ano ba nangyari dito? Ay, nice game. Jun, okay ba to? Naka to? Wala bang ilaw to? Walang ilaw to? Okay to?
Yeah.
Wala talaga ilaw. Okay.
Sino magay ng stat? Ito dapat. Oh, si Tim. Ikaw na mag-start dito, dito ka. Gusto mo dito? Uy.
Makita yung oras ah. Team ba? Team bro? Team? Oh, Earl pare. Earl. Pero Ludwig Van. Pag nag-MC ako Ludwig Van.
Ito,
Si Boss Team pala tayo. Boss Team! Boss Team Dre! Ano ba last name mo, team? Para ma-announce natin. Ha? Al... Alcances? Alcances. Okay. Si Jeff kasi kilala ko na to. Sunday group to eh. Pabot na. May plus one, may plus one. Oh.
dagdag lang sa akin ha. Basta sa akin, dagdag. Anong time namin?
Ang nasira. Bigyan mo ng time, Jeff. Are we live na ba, team? Are we live? Paano ba malalaman kung naka-live din tayo? June, how do we know if we are live? June, are we live? How do we know if we are live? We are live now?
Oh, yeah.
We are live?
Yeah, pag-start nyo dyan ng mag-start nyo rin to.
Okay. Sino mag-ano? Team. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second game of your Pinoy Ballers SFV. This is your host, the one and only Ludwig Van Magic Man. You know who I am, the voice of Pinoy Ballers, member of the Sunday group, together with our committee for today, Jeff Gutierrez and Team Alcances, as we go for the opening tip-off. Granada Hills Bulldogs goes up against West Hill Lakers. The West Hill Lakers wearing white jersey and the Bulldogs of Granada Hills wearing the black jersey. As first basket, Jano Santos draws first blood. Well, that is the dynamic duo here of Granada Hills, no? Put back. They take care of the ball. Kyle from the elbow. He misses, but they get the offensive board. Jano Santos dancing around his opponent. They go baseline, stuck in traffic against the double team, but that was stolen away by J.R. Toledo. J.R. Toledo, prolific scorer for the Lakers. Left wide open as he's still offline here in the early goings of the first half. Jano Santos on the attack from the elbow again. This time he makes it for Kyle Balde. Oh, that's Kyle Baldivia rather. Sorry about that. Sorry if I murder your names. Carl Baldivia from the elbow. Well, he was relentless, no? That is his second try and free throw. Foul will be called on Michael Chua. Yun hindi ko alam. Our score right now is 4-0 in favor of the Granada Hills Bulldogs. And another chance will be given for Dave Plana. And he makes the second basket as he splits his charities. Yeah, just one. Our score is 4-1. And it will remain with the Bulldogs as it was kicked. But that was unintentional though. Baseline throw. Man-to-man defense here being deployed as early as the first quarter. Chua, no look pass. Santos pulls the trigger. And ball will remain with the Bulldogs. Another chance for them to crack at the basket with the cut. Dencho Enriquez. Pull up jumper. Rebound taken care of the Lakers. Lakers still scoreless from the field goal. Their only basket coming from the free throw. And another foul will be slapped here against the Lakers. Valdivia high-low to Jano Santos, and Jano Santos scoring 4 points already here in the early goings of the first half. Launches it, but the putback for the Lakers. That's Mark Villaseria. Enriquez left wide open. Front rim. Counter attack here for the Lakers. Give and go. And he uses the glass. Six to five in favor of the Bulldogs. In the Bulldogs. Enriquez again, this time all net for Dencho Enriquez. Villaseran, who made that follow-up basket a while ago, sizing up his defender. However, that was an air ball. Season opening. Valdivia forces the issue. And here comes Villaseran. Pump fake with the footwork from Mark Villaseran. 4 points for Villaseran in the first quarter. Well, that was good footwork from Villaseran as the defense was confused momentarily there. No look pass. Enriquez again. This time it was too strong. Valiant Poe. No look pass, and he caught stepping on the line there for Valiant Poe. Villaseran. This is going to be a head-to-head marquee matchup between Villaseran and the leading scorer, MVP Jano Santos. Corner. No opening for him. Toledo. All board. Tracks it down for Santos. Fighting for that loose ball. Wala si 18. Sino si 18? Ito. Number 18? Oh, Jaco last name. They tap it. Enriquez saves it. And Villaseran, coast to coast for Mark Villaseran. 6 points in the first quarter for Villaseran, leading his team, the West Hill Lakers. Anong last name ni Jaco? Ryan Jaco. Looking at his options for Enriquez. Poe. And Poe calmly sinking it in. Valiant Poe. Our score is 8-9 in favor of the West Hill Lakers, keeping it close here. But they're still up here. Corner, Toledo. Too strong. As it bounces off. Jano Santos. They have no numbers. Valdivia. Back to Jano Santos. Two-man game. And Jano Santos drills it from long distance. Jano Santos now with 7 points in the first quarter with 5 minutes remaining here. Crossover. Kicks it out to Ryan Jaco. Taken away by Valiant Poe. Jano Santos. Season opening. Decides to take it. And from beyond the arc, Jano Santos continues to pound his points from Rainbow Country as West Hill Lakers will call their first timeout in the first quarter. We'll be right back after this timeout. Wala nga sa akin si Ryan Jacko. Ryan Jacko talaga yung last name niya?
Oh, Jack.
Jacko talaga. (16-9) ang score. But dito sa 16, 15-10. Dito sa live stream. Our official score is 16-9. There's some technical difficulties here in the live stream. Kasi dito 10. Okay, 9-16. Okay.
Dapat yan ata eh.
Ayan. Our score is 9-16. Jun Go checks in the ball game for the Lakers. Let's see if he can make some difference here. Mark Villaseran decides to take it. Too strong. Battle for the loose ball. It will go to Valiant Poe. Dencho Enriquez counter attack. Here comes Valdivia. Dencho Enriquez with the finger roll. However, that was short. Jun Go at the middle. Using the glass. However, he wasn't able to get the shooter's bounce. Dencho Enriquez again. This time, count the basket in for Dencho Enriquez with that calm demeanor. But don't get fooled because Dencho Santos can make buckets. Well, this guy is he moves simple, but that was the runner from Mark Villaseran, who keeps on scoring in bunches so far. Also in the ballgame is Ruel Cruz for Granada Hills Bulldogs. Valdivia sees an opening, kicks it out to Ruel Cruz, too strong, back rim. Rebound taken away by Ryan Jacko. And another attack here for Mark Villaseran. And Mark Villaseran with the finesse. Adjusting in midair, everything but the shot. That was a beautiful move now. But Dencho Enriquez on the other end, giving them a dose of their own medicine. As Bulldogs up by 9, 20-11, and Jungo will draw a foul. And Jungo will go at the line. And while you are watching this live stream, I hope that you have already subscribed. Don't forget to like this video for the YouTube algorithm. Of course, Pinoy Ballers SFV. As Jungo drains his first free throw. 2 minutes and 39 in the first quarter. Jungo makes both baskets. They go at the right side. Jano Santos again. Jano Santos again punishing the defense. As they say, hand down, man down. Jungo, quick counter attack. However, he fails to make that one. Jano Santos again. He's on fire. Corner. Will he join the fray? And it will remain with the Bulldogs as it hit the foot. Or rather, it will go to the other side for the West Hill Lakers. In the ball game is Junco Lantes also for the Bulldogs. Villaseran. Our score is 23-13 in favor of the Bulldogs. Well, this has been a one-man show, no, for Mark Villaseran. He needs his supporting cast here. No shooter's bounce for Jano Santos. Left wide open. And all net. As the Lakers trying to make a run here. For Ryan Jacko. Or rather, sorry, that's Nakle. And a chance for them to trim down the lead all the way for Villaseran. Santos uses the screen, no look pass to Valiant Poe. Valiant Poe, everything but the shot. It fails to crawl in. A golden opportunity here. Lacre finds Ryan Jacko. Ryan Jacko drains it. Cutting the lead down to 4:23-19 with 38 seconds left.
Namatay. Wala nang baterya. No, may battery naman kaso namatay. Nag-restart.
Well, there are some technical difficulties, but timeout.
Points. Sino yung nag 3 points? 18? Jacob?
J- yeah, Ryan. Does it is it Jaco or Jaco? Jaco. And let's see here. High low. Ruel Cruz unable to catch it. It was too strong. Lacre. Pump fake. Dancing around his opponent. And Lacre has been the spark plug here for the Lakers, cutting down the lead to 23 to 21 with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Santos has been their main man so far here, together with Dencho Enriquez, the dynamic duo. But so far, Valdivia also joining the scoring bunch for the Bulldogs. With 2 seconds left, this is a running time, and time will expire at the end of the first quarter. It's the Bulldogs holding off with a 2 point lead, 23 to 21 against the West Hill Lakers. This is going to be an exciting second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ayos ba? Gamitin mo na kayo yung phone.
We start the second quarter with a score of 23-21 in favor of the Granada Hills Bulldogs. What has happened there in the first quarter? If you have just tuned in, Granada Hills Bulldogs led by Jano Santos coming off with a hot streak from 3 point range. But slowly but surely, West Hill Lakers making a comeback behind Lacre and Villaserran. Let's see what will happen here in the second quarter. Pump fake. Lacre throws a wild shot. Here comes Valdivia on the attack. But Toledo was there to cut off the play. Well, that was a good read from Toledo, no? He was able to have some active hands there. Man-to-man defense being deployed. Dencho Enriquez almost losing it. However, he recovers it
Nencho, gumising ka nga!
with the spin move from Jun Colantes. The defense wasn't able to react there. From that was a great move from Jun Colantes. No? Jungo sees an opening, kicks it out. Toledo short. Jano Santos against three defenders, waiting for his teammates. Enriquez, half court set. Cruz pulls back. Colantes. Cruz again takes it closer, and Cruz comes up short. Villaseran on the move. Drop pass. Toledo. Again, Villaseran and Villaseran with a jumper. And we are still down. The Bulldogs taking care of a 2 point lead as West Hills Lakers not far behind. Santos, Enriquez, two-man game, fade away. They tap it away, battle for the loose ball. It will go with Geronimo. Michael Geronimo Toledo manning the point guard duties. High low, threading the needle. Jungo unable to complete the play. Valdivia using the half court set, in and out dribbling, challenging Toledo, and Toledo will be called for the foul. So you gotta admire the defensive stance of Toledo there, not backing out against the bigger Valdivia. Dencho Enriquez with the short stab, 27 to 23, extending that lead to 4 opening minutes of the second quarter. They used that 1-3-1 play. However, that was read carefully by Santos. And they will try to strategize here. And tapped away by Lacre. Toledo finds Villaserran, and Villaserran rises up to cut down the lead to 2, 25-27. Shout out to Jeff Gutierrez, no? See you next week. As Valdivia from the left side jumper. Well, Valdivia has been helping out here, contributing for his team. That's one of the reasons they're up 29-25. Well, that is teamwork, no? Thought about it. Lacre, Villaseran, the three-headed monster of the Lakers, but Jungo underneath the basket scoops it for Jungo. Well, that was good ball movement, no, for the Lakers, finding the best shot as they're sharing that ball. Santos finding some room to operate, but that was taken away by Lacre. Lacre, pedal on the metal, pump fake. Toledo on the move, and Toledo all board. Decho Enriquez extending that hand. Jano Santos and Jungo read that carefully. Villaseran and got a piece of the ball there. Cruz wide open, and Cruz, was that a three? This is just a long 2-point shot from Ruel Cruz. But they have the lead, 31-27 crossover. Geronimo, Toledo sharing that leather. Taking it on the other side. Geronimo from behind. Valdivia almost completing the steal, but Toledo comes up empty. Valdivia all alone will be able to save it, and Valdivia quietly making that basket. 33-27, a 6-point lead being enjoyed here by the Bulldogs, and foul will be called against Jano Santos with 6 minutes and 38 remaining here in the second quarter. By the way, our committee for today, Apple and Tim, and of course Ludwig Van, your MC host, Jaco, Lacre, moving that rock. No opening. Valiant Poe. And that is an end. Oh, not an end one. So foul downstairs, and he will have to earn it on the line for Villaseran. Well, that was a good move, no? No fear. Wide open. Air ball for Jacko.
The Pussycat lives!
33-27. A chance for the Bulldogs to increase their lead here. Colantes. Valdivia against Jungo, sizing up his defender with a quick move, and again back-to-back hits for Valdivia, as this has been a big three so far for the Bulldogs, led by Santos, Enriquez, and Valdivia. Well, they gotta find some answers against that athletic Valdivia, no? Corner, Lacre in and out, and Poe taking care of that board. Enriquez will decide to take it slow. Valiant at the middle. Enriquez, single coverage. Valdivia, who has been on a streak here against Villaseran, finds at the corner, comes up short. Enriquez, elbow. And the offensive rebounding here for the Bulldogs has been keeping them alive and at bay. Poe, finally, Geronimo pulls down one. Jungo takes it closer. Foul will be called against the Bulldogs. That is Condi Banal. 4 minutes and 12 remaining here. Remember, this is a running time. If you have just tuned in, Granada Hills Bulldogs wearing black, and the West Hills Lakers wearing white. Valdivia challenging three defenders, and Valdivia all the way to the hole as he keeps on muscling and bullying the defense here. Our score is 37 to 27. The 10-point lead now by the Bulldogs, and they continue the fray here. Colantes. And Colantes, upper body strength from Colantes, but they were able to stop it. Slashing through the hole is Villaserran. Enriquez, all day to shoot. Jungo secures the board. From the elbow, Jungo. No shooter's bounce for him. Here comes Valdivia again. Valdivia on the attack, and Valdivia, it bounces off, but Valiant Poe bumping and grinding, and foul will be called against Jaco. And Ruel Cruz will be checked in after the second shot, or second chance points here for the Bulldogs. Has been one of the reasons why they're up, and of course, Valdivia, who has been leading the charge, pushing the tempo up, and Valiant Poe, 12-point lead. Can he complete the free throws? And he does for Valiant Poe. Toledo. 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. No opening for them. Jaco. High post. Villaserran. Quick first step. Unable to drain it though. 40 to 27. 13-point lead here. Cruz with a challenge from Villaserran. Too strong. Cruz with a cut against Geronimo at the post. Working his way. Reverse. Valenpo Enriquez anticipates. Slowing it down. Enriquez controlling the tempo. Cruz at the post. And it will remain with the Lakers. Or rather with the Bulldogs. He was able to stop him at the baseline throw here for Valdivia. Man-to-man defense. Banal air ball, but Valdivia is there to save the day. Picks it up and puts it back. Valdivia flexing his muscles here. Villaserran challenging three defenders with the runner. 38 seconds left. Valdivia crossover. Valdivia pulls that J. Villaserran, can they cut the lead and slowly trim it down? Villaserran with a spin move. Villaserran against Enriquez. Everything but the shot. Well, he has been putting good moves here for Villaserran. However, he cannot complete the play. The defense doing a great job taking away that comfort zone. Toledo. 1-on-1. Free throws will be rewarded to Villaserran. A chance for them to slowly gain some momentum here before we end the first half. Or rather, that would be on the free throw line is and at the end of the first half, it's the Bulldogs up 41 to 27 against the West Hills Lakers. We'll be right back after the halftime break. What's your name?
sa YouTube pero sa channel ko eh, hindi ko na share eh.
Okay. Pero sa YouTube,
Absent si ano eh.
nandito ba siya sa
Wala eh.
wala. Sa
June, oh, June.
sa Facebook.
No, sa YouTube channel.
May YouTube channel ka, Jun.
Oh, yeah, June. Ano, hanapin mo June 10? June 10? Hindi yan eh. Ano?
17,000.
Hindi yan.
Share mo na lang sa Facebook.
Saan yung punta sa YouTube?
Sa YouTube. Jun. Jun. I need the phone, Jun. Okay lang. No problem. Share mo na lang sa Facebook. We start the second half action. If you have just tuned in, our score 41-27 in favor of the West Hills Bulldogs. Our matchup for the second game of the opening night here in Pinoy Ballers SFV. Renata Hills Bulldogs going up against West Hills Lakers. At the middle, Villaseran, they go at the post. Plana pounding his way, and he will go to the line, or rather, yes, he will go to the line and he will shoot two. So hindi pala tayo naka-live sa Pinoy Ballers SFB, but rather, and June goes YouTube, no? So he will share it on Facebook later on so that we can catch the games back again here. Plana on the line. So if you're watching this game, please make sure to subscribe to our Pinoy Ballers SFB as he misses the free throw for Dave Plana. Too strong. And here comes the Bulldogs. No look pass. Roel Cruz. Plana. Toledo. Or rather, yeah, Toledo. Finds Lacre. One-on-one against Cruz. Ball movement. And foul will be called on Condi Banal. Man-to-man defense being employed here. Lacre finds Toledo wide open, all day to shoot. Short. Geronimo, offensive board. Villaseran against Banal. Goes baseline. And Lacre knocks it down, cutting the lead down to 11, 41-30. Still West Hill Bulldogs up by 11. But front rim for Santos. A chance for them to make it a single-digit ball game. Toledo against Enriquez. They go at the post. Plana uses his muscles in the interior as he is a force to reckon with. Down the paint for Dave Plana. Well, that could be one of their scoring options at the paint. No? Cruz, all board. Villaseran, 3-on-1 situation. They have numbers. And Toledo, the Tornado, making it a 7-point game. Santos, he has been scoreless here in the last few minutes, including the second quarter. Two-man game, and Art Lacre from the backcourt. The transition offense so far. And West Hills Bulldogs will call their first time out here in the third quarter. Ano nangyari? Ah. Hindi naman natin ano yun, ah. Hindi natin kasama yun, ah. Hindi na.
Send na lang time out nyo, gamitin nyo na.
So 5-5. Back to the ball game. West Hills Bulldogs calling their timeout here in the second half. Let's see if the Lakers can make a comeback here. Back in the game is Valdivia. Valdivia, no one to bother him, and Valdivia inside and out. It's just a 2 points, long two for Kyle Valdivia. Well, finally, no, after a scoring drought here from West Hills Bulldogs, they are able to make a basket. Geronimo. Oh. Pedal on the metal. Santos uses his speed and quickness. And it will remain with the Bulldogs as last touch by Lacre. 43 to 36. Valdivia. Again from the elbow. That's his favorite spot for Dencho Enriquez. Lacre pulls the trigger. Battle for the loose ball. It will go back to Lacre as the tap from Valdivia. Villaseran with a quick first. Boom! Everything but the shot for Mark Villaseran. Dencho Enriquez taking care of business here. Pressure defense from Lacre, corner 3. Santos, season opening. Bounce pass. And Enriquez with a jump hook. Great teamwork here from West Hills Bulldogs, no? Finding the open man, especially in the paint. That keeps the defense guessing here. Villaseran at the middle. Toledo flying. Jano Santos again. Poe. Valdivia baseline. And Valdivia in the paint. This has been his night so far. Fast break, long jumpers, and even in the paint, Valdivia is indeed a scoring threat. And Lacre turnover as Valiant Poe able to bother here. 47 to 36, 11-point lead being enjoyed by the Bulldogs. Well, the Lakers were able to trim the lead down a while ago, led by Toledo and Lacre, but this time they're scoreless ever since Valdivia came into the ballgame. June Go will check in the ballgame for Art Lacre. Toledo. They go at the post. Plana kicks it out. Go. Sees no opening at the middle. With the Pinoy step. And Plana drop pass. Villaseran wasn't ready for that drop pass. And they were able to get a foul. 47 to 36. Physicality on the floor. Toledo against Banal. 3-man on him. Gets his own miss. All board. And that was too tight. Santos. No numbers for him. Against 3 defenders. Pulls it back. Crossover. Sees daylight. With a patented runner. Floater of Jano Santos. However, he won't make the basket. Villaseran and Plana with the follow-up Well, they got numbers, no? That's why Villasaran was confident to attack the rim. Valdivia sidestepping goes Euro. And foul will be called against Plana. And that would be an end one for Valdivia. And so far in the second half, no, Santos and Enriquez is offline, but Valdivia picking up the slack here. 11-point lead here, and he increased it to 12, 50 to 38. By the way, our referees for today is referee Jonathan and referee Trevor. Double team. Villaseran, bang, 41 to 50. 9-point game. Valdivia takes it closer. Finds Poe, or rather Banal. Go, sees no opening. Villaseran again left wide open. It bounces off this time. We are looking at a 9-point lead from the West Hills Bulldogs as they're controlling the tempo of this game using the half court set. Enriquez, kickball from Plana. 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Enriquez, Toledo on him. Zone defense being deployed here. Threading the needle as we have the 2-month game between Enriquez and Valdivia. And Valdivia has been the recipient so far. And they gotta have some answers against Valdivia here. June Go finally with a great assist from Plana. 52 to 41. 5 seconds left. Valdivia launches from deep. And at the end of the third quarter, still Granada Hills Bulldogs 52 and West Hills Lakers 43. Still anybody's ball game. A 9-point lead. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. Welcome to the opening night of your Pinoy Ballers SFV. We are live here in Los Angeles, California for the matchup between Granada Hills Bulldogs and the West Hills Lakers. Our score is 52 to 43 in favor of the Granada Hills Bulldogs. If you have just tuned in, Granada Hills Bulldogs wearing black jersey while the Lakers wearing white jersey. And some complaints here in the paint as June Go goes to the line and will shoot two as the but it can be a start of a run here for the Lakers here. This is opening night of Pinoy Ballers SFP in what could be an exciting season. So let's see what will happen here. Toledo will get hacked again by Poe. And another chance for them to slowly trim down the lead. 52 to 44. Toledo misses his first try. Toledo unable to make a basket from the free throw area, but the second chance points of West Hill Lakers trying to make a comeback. Jano Santos ahead of the pack, and he will go down with the flush for Jano Santos. That's his first point here in the second half. Well, that could keep him going, no? But they have the lead, led by Valdivia, no? Kyle Valdivia at the post, double team. Villaseran foul will be called against. Foul will be called against Valiant Poe again. 1-on-1, and another trip to the charity stripe here for JR Toledo. Well, while he is at the free throw line, this is the best time for us to promote our YouTube page, Pinoy Ballers SFB. Make sure to follow, subscribe our YouTube for more basketball games. And Toledo makes the first basket. And let's see if he can make it back to back. Toledo splits his charities, and the Bulldogs will try to come back here and answer right back. 45-54. Bulldogs in command. Valdivia navigating. Uses the double screen. Pulls back. Plana trying to hound him. Pressure defense. Crossover. Colantes at the middle. Catch and shoot for Jano Santos. 5 quick points for Jano Santos in the fourth quarter. 57-45. Now it's a 12-point lead by the Bulldogs. Fade away for Jungo. Down on the floor. Valdivia. No opening. Pulls back. Launches from the corner. Villaseran collecting the board. Villaseran all the way. Coast to coast. Plana with the follow-up. Still nothing on them. The Bulldogs in command, controlling the tempo and the game so far. 57-45. Valdivia dancing around his opponent. Kicks it out, Collantes. Again, Jano Santos. This time too strong. Second chance for the Bulldogs as Valdivia using the clock on their side with 5 minutes and 15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. High-low. Jungo almost with the anticipation. Colantes, too strong. Valiant Poe, they're ganging up on the rebounding department. Toledo, run and gun offense. Lacre, corner pocket. Bounces off. Lacre again. Lacre, still back-to-back miss for Lacre. They're down by just 12 here. 4 minutes and 15 remaining. Valdivia against Jungo. And West Hills Bulldogs will call a timeout here. You are watching Pinoy Ballers SFB on YouTube. Make sure to follow our page to catch our games every Thursday here in Canoga Park. Crunch Fitness. Let's get it on. Santos strategizing here. Valdivia. The screen from Banal. Picking him up high here. Lets it fly. Dencho Enriquez extends the lead to 15 from beyond the arc. Dencho Enriquez. Well, I didn't know he had that range. Now, usually he would take it from the elbow or from inside the line. But this time, Dencho Enriquez showing us his full repertoire here. Villaseran, too strong. They tap it. Cruz, 2-on-1 situation. Santos, back to Enriquez. And Enriquez, full arsenal here. Inside, outside. Two-man game between Enriquez and Santos. And of course, don't forget about Valdivia, who has been their leading scorer another sidestep and put that in the highlight reel for Valdivia. Kyle Valdivia, Mr. Muscle Man, 51 to 61 to 45, and they have busted the gates wide open here for the West Hills Bulldogs as they're smelling blood like a shark. And here comes Valdivia again, no mercy, as he relentlessly attacks the paint. Lacre at the middle. Condi Banal with the D. Toledo finally stops the bleeding here for the Lakers as they didn't know what hit them so far here in the fourth quarter. 66 to 47 with under 3 minutes left here in the fourth. Let's see if they can still make a final run here for the Lakers, or will the Bulldogs get their first win here in this tournament. Corner. Santos not allowing any chance here for the Lakers as Toledo tries to answer back, and he did. 69 to 47 with 2 minutes and 30 or 40, 69 to 49, 47 to 14. And again, Jano Santos continues the punishment here, draining another three. Lacre answers the call this time. The line is busy, 72 to 49. And 2-on-1 situation. Toledo flying, unable to use the glass as he stretched forth on that layup. Santos against two defenders, putting them on a body bag. But Toledo not giving up here. 72-51. Well, that should be the attitude. No? Try, don't look at the clock. Just try to make some baskets, make some stops. Foul on Condi Banal. And free throws will be rewarded here as they're in the penalty for June goal. Remember, time will keep on running with almost 1 minute and 18. Back to the drawing board here for the Lakers as the fourth quarter. Well, they were able to make some mini run no, behind Lacre and Toledo. However, Kyle Valdivia is just unstoppable here in this ballgame with Jano Santos and Dencho Enriquez no, contributing as well. Corner three. And Jano Santos put them on the body bag. Night for Jano Santos. And again, Jano Santos will continue to add his stats here. Jano, this time he checked for him. 51 to 75. Villaseran at least trying to keep the score close. Joel Cruz, 27 seconds. All board. Jano Santos. And that's the end of the ball game. West Hills Bulldogs gaining their first win behind Jano Santos and Kyle Valdivia against the West Hills Lakers. Granada Hills Bulldogs with the victory. And that ends our coverage. Please make sure to follow our Pinoy Ballers SFV on YouTube. Good day and good night.
All right, man. Thanks.
Basta para sa iyo. Thank you, man. Pasok sa akin.